Hello and welcome back to HLS Crypto. My name is Dan. I'll get myself stuck over here. So, how to make money in crypto on a budget, very important. I think this is very important, and I'll explain for a few reasons why in just a moment. Especially a massive big thank you, though, to all the subscribers. We've just smashed 2,000, and today is the 29th of November. That target was Christmas Day's target. So, I'm not sure where we go from here in terms of targets. Someone in the comments said 5,000 by Christmas Day. I think that might be stretching it a little bit. 2,500 would probably be achievable, I think. But if we go for 3,000, so we'll go for 3,000 by Christmas Day. I know that's highly unlikely, but the momentum's there, and I can't thank you all enough for doing what you're doing with your subscriptions. So thank you very much. So in this video, we're going to be talking about how to invest in crypto on a budget. And I get asked this a lot regarding how to funnel more capital into crypto. I do get asked this a fair bit. And I can understand why, as times are hard around the world and we're full of economic uncertainty. And, obviously the cost of living crisis is there. You've got various conflicts breaking out around the world, and people are unsure, and it is uncertain times. So I do understand that. So first, it's very important that you understand the cycles of crypto, and we'll look at that now, and then work out how we can get more income to invest into the market before it's too late. So first of all, you've seen this before. It's the Wall Street cheat sheet. And I think when I first started making these kind of videos, we were around this area. I think we might now be between sort of that bit of disbelief and hope. So it's not a long way until euphoria, right? So that's got to be something that you've got to think about time-wise. It's becoming less and less on your side if you haven't took the plunge yet. But that being said, there is still time. And I think that's important to remember. Then we've got the cycles of crypto, and I think this is important. So as you can see, 2011, 2014, 2018, and 2022, they've all been downtrends, where you should be accumulating. 2012, 2015, 2019, and 2023 are also very important to be, picking up your discounted crypto bags now. And then as we get into 2024, as we approach the halvening, so as the halvening's around April, if we can get to April, continuing DCAing in for now, and then we'll obviously reassess then to see what things are doing in the prices and stuff. But it always seems to be the 2013, 2017, 2021. So next is 2025. That's where the peaks of the bull should hit. So it's important to keep that in mind. Then we have a look at the path to alt season. So we know that Bitcoin will go and get its all-time high. It'll go and do that, and then what happens then is the money then flows through into Ethereum, Ethereum being the number 2 coin. And then from Ethereum, it goes into your large caps, which will be like your ADA, XRP, Quants, things like that. And then it'll go to alt season, which I think most of us are more important about, anticipating or waiting for, because it's most important to us, because we're invested obviously heavily into a lot of altcoins and maybe some large caps too. If you've already got Bitcoin and Ethereum, then that's great, and you can lily pad that by, once they hit their all-time highs, selling and reinvesting into the larger caps and the alt coins. But that's entirely up to you how you want to do that process. But it's that's how it basically works. So we need to understand, or at least have a better understanding of the market, or now at least you have. We need to figure out our budget and ways to increase it. The harsh reality is, if you want to make life-changing gains, you can't come into the market with like $50 a month. Now, it just won't happen at that rate. You might time a meme perfectly or something like that, and you could do that. If you want good gains, then $50 a month, would do it. You could get good gains, but you'd have to be more important with regards to looking at your expectations and managing them, because will $50 become $1 million? Probably not. Probably not. Even if you do it monthly, it's probably not going to happen for you. But I do understand that people have different life-changing goals. So $50 a month is not to be discouraged. At least you're in. You're doing far more than the person who's not in at all. And that's something you need to be aware of. So don't ever feel low or down that you haven't got that extra money to put in, but think that you are already ahead of the vast majority of people who are not even in crypto. And I think that's something that you need to be very wary of. Don't always compare your bags to other people's bags, because I think that can also cause a reason to hold on too long. It can cause an envy and a jealousy that it's not necessary. Build what you can and get out with what you can, because then you've always got the next cycle to go as well. you know, and if you can come at that with even bigger, you can go again. And all that also depends on age too. So first way is to select the comfortable budget within your current salary. This will, of course, be very different for everyone. So only you can work out exactly what portion of that salary that you're able to put in without, you know, financially crippling yourself as you go. Although I do feel as though, you know, a little bit of sacrifice now can go a long way later on. It's delayed gratification, right? So next, look at what you are currently spending money on. That's key. It's very key. I imagine you all have at least one of, if not all of these: Disney Plus, Netflix, Amazon Prime, cable, Sky, Paramount Plus, etc., etc., etc. If you have all of those, that's probably around about $200 a month, right? If you have one or two, are they that necessary? Can you live without these for 2 years? Now, that'll be the question I'll be asking myself. I did ask myself that question sort of 6-7 months ago. If the answer is yes, then think you can funnel that into your DCA bags, even at a 10x. That's the equivalent of putting in an extra 2K a month. So you can see how it all helps, right? And what I mean by that is, if you put $200 a month in extra that you weren't putting in before, and on the basis of a 10x, treat every say every $100 you put in as 1,000, because that's what a 10x will give you. And most coins most coins, I'm saying, like, that we talk about, most coins will give you a minimum of 10x. But that, obviously, that's subjective because some are shit, right? So treat it as 2K a month going in. There is some benefits to this, and there is a beauty. You can really attack the market, and then you can, when the bull run is over, you'll be able to catch up on loads of shows that you want to watch without having to scroll for ages, not knowing what to watch. So that's a win-win, right? Because how many times have you gone on to Netflix at like 8 p.m. and gone, oh, I think I'll watch a film? By 9:30, you still haven't decided which film you want to watch. Well, now you'd have a bag of opportunities to do that. Now, take a look around your house, in your basement, in your loft, etc. So basement in America, loft is the partition above your roof in England. If you're not from England, it's like a place you store a load of crap most of the time. And actually look at what gets used, right? So I bet there are things that you haven't used for years or even forgot you had. Now, I'm not talking about sentimental items or things that mean a lot to you, because I know that that's important. So keep those, because they're probably irreplaceable. So that's very different. But I'm talking about the everyday, regular things you don't use. eBay exists for a reason, right? Because one person's junk or unwanted items are another person's treasure. It doesn't have to be eBay. You might be able to have a yard sale or a car boot sale and generate a decent amount that you can add to your portfolio. It doesn't hurt to get that extra in any way that you're able to do that, right? Think about your everyday purchases. Do you make your food at home to take to work with you? So when you've got a busy day, you know, you come back from work. Most people, if you're like me, and I get very tired, but I obviously make a video and then do different bits and pieces and then go to bed and then wake up and have to go to work again. But can you make sandwiches, make yourself, or can you make a little bit extra in your nightly meal to put a bit in a pot and take that to work for your dinner? I would imagine that's going to be or lunch. It'll be far more cost effective than going to the shop every day or the McDonald's or wherever you work and wherever you can go and get food from. You know, that's a saving. What about your coffee? Do you go to a coffee shop every day, like Costa, Starbucks, etc.? Again, if you do that every day, total that up. I mean, I don't know your budgets or what you do, obviously, and I don't know your financial spending habits, but I would suggest the best thing you can do right now is, alongside this video, is take a pen and a bit of paper out and actually do a daily thing that you spend money on. Like, really, like, proper, meticulously write it down and just see, could you cut these things out, total up how much that would be, and think about how much that would be if you 10x it in the bull run. And then you've got each month of that as well. Don't forget, it's. I would imagine it's a considerable amount of money. I would imagine it would be. How often do you get a takeaway each week or month? Again, same thing. Can you just make your own food? Is a takeaway that necessary? Can you buy things that you can maybe create your own takeaway with? You know, to a certain extent. Can you make chips and burgers and things like that? Would it be cheaper getting it from a supermarket than it would be from a takeaway place? Probably yes, because you're paying for the convenience. But if you take the convenience away, again, delayed gratification, can you harness the money that you would spend on that and put it into something, an investment that can actually help you as you get on in life? You know, we're talking end of 2025. It's not long. It's not long. After that, you'd have enough money to get a takeaway every night if you want. But I wouldn't do that, because there are health implications, obviously. How often do you go out for nights out? Now, if you're single, I am too, but it isn't the be all and end all. I know when I was younger, I was out all the time, and I know that's probably not the best way to do things. Had I have known then what I know now, it would be a very different situation. But can you sacrifice 18 months to 2 years worth of nights out? Because spending on nights out does increase, and the more you drink, the less you care. So the more frivolous you are, which is a problem until you wake up the next day with a banging headache and you check your bank balance and go, oh shit, that was expensive. So there's many ways to lower the outgoings, right? We know this now, but how do you create an extra income stream? Now this is quite key as well. So are you good at designing graphics or making thumbnails or editing videos? Are you able to fix people's wedding photographs, etc.? Are you a photographer? Are there ways that you can go and do that and utilize them skills? If so, you've got Fiverr, you've got Upwork. There are ways to monetize those skills, and I think that a lot of people don't think about the actual talents they have. A lot of people think, oh, I haven't really got that talent, or I can't really do that, or that doesn't really work. But you do have a talent in you. Most people do. Like the vast majority of people have a talent, at least one, right? Are you a great gardener? Can you do that in your spare time and build a client list who you can start doing repeat visits for, mowing lawns, landscaping their borders and nice plants and things like that? I'm not a gardener, so I don't know, but you could probably do it. And if you are a gardener, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about and probably think that I'm talking a lot of nonsense because you probably know far more than I do, which is probably going to be true. So can you go and do that? Do you have a van? Can you do a house clearance, etc.? Can you do these extra things? A man with a van, you could put that as an advertisement in your local paper and go and start picking up things that people that are too big for people to move. They want tipping, they want throwing away, they want taken to a scrapyard, anything like that. You have the opportunity. Do you have a bike or car? Can you deliver takeaways for Just Eat or Uber Eats, etc.? Or the other one, I can't think of the other one now. I don't know. There's another one. There's loads. DoorDash in America, I think, is one of them. There are other ways, and by you doing that, you are putting yourself in a far better position than the vast majority of people, because they're not doing it. You are. You're in crypto. They're not. Do you see how all these little marginal gains will eventually, when that bull run hits, show such a huge gain? And again, it's all about doing the things that people don't want to do. You get that. It is delayed gratification, but believe me, in 2025, your gratification will be on another level. Your dopamine will be so high when you've completed your tasks. It's huge. And these are things that you can do. Are you knowledgeable about a particular thing? Can you start a YouTube channel about your passions? It doesn't have to be crypto. It doesn't have to be in the crypto niche at all. If you're interested in something, chances are others in the world are interested in it too. It can be model railways. It can be cake making. It can be food preparation. I mean, it can be like football, boxing, anything that you have a passion in and something that you can maybe teach others. That's something you can put into a YouTube video. You can do that. You can create your channel. And it's free to start that. It doesn't cost you anything other than your time. And I do know that time is limited. Do you have a product that you can sell in your hometown, like jewelry, etc.? Again, can you make cakes for like fairs? Clothes. Can you make clothes, or can you take clothes from maybe secondhand shops and thrift stores and add sequins and make them nice? Can you design that sort of stuff? If you can, then it's a one-of-a-kind piece. You can do these things. And I'm sure there's very talented people who are watching this video who are thinking right now, or maybe I could do this. Write it down, act upon it, take action. It might be the best decision you ever make. As you can see, there are many ways to increase that revenue, either by spending less or generating more. But either way, and ultimately, it will allow you to pump your bags far bigger before that halvening, and then even bigger again when that bull run tops out and you've managed to sell for massive profits. And I've got every faith in every single one of you watching. I'm really excited. I can't wait to see what you will do, how you generate that extra income, and what it ultimately brings you in the end. The key thing is sacrificing 2 years for a lifetime of freedom. It's far better than sacrificing 50 years and struggling through the remaining part of your life, right? So I'm in my late 30s now. I've already sacrificed far too much of my time doing things that didn't serve me any favors at all. So now it's about time to do things the right way. And some of you might be younger, some of you might be older, but the knowledge within this video is still applicable to all. So this is a very good blueprint. The time is now. It is now. If you're interested in discussing any of this further, then please join the Patreon. We can have a private call, which we're going to be doing over the next couple of days with a member. And we also have a weekly live call in the Patreon, in the Discord from the Patreon, and we can have a good discussion about anything you like. And it could be anything about this video, anything about crypto in general. But we'll have a weekly call. I'm looking forward to doing that very, very soon. The private calls, they're part of the Patreon. They're part of the Discord service. If you wish to have a private chat with me, you do have the ability to do that as a member. We arrange a time and we'll do it. So again, if you like this video, please smash the like button. I really do appreciate when you guys do that. The link, by the way, for the Patreon is in the description. Subscribers wise, as you know, it's already hit the 2,000 mark, and I'm very, very grateful to every single one of you. So thank you very much. Wherever you are in the world and whatever you are doing, then have an amazing day, have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.